Here we go into episode 2. We're going to start off going into the Ellinia theme dungeon. Theme dungeon that I did not know existed. I have no idea when this was added to the game, but it's a theme dungeon for early levels. And I really like the music, first of all. I did go through this theme dungeon kind of fast. I didn't really read what was going on, which I regret. The next character I make, I'm going to do this dungeon again and get the storyline behind it, because that's like what I want to do. There's going to be tons of grinding later on, I think, anyways. So getting to know the story of some of these theme dungeons, I think is what's important. And looking at my achievements here, we're getting started with 50 points. When I make my links, some of the links will get achievements, of course, that aren't on this character. But everything that I would like to do is to be like on this character. So here we go, looking at some stats, just upgrading some abilities. I'm gonna miss not having Kana Farmer, but I think these early levels are gonna go by so fast that I'm gonna need to try to slow down the leveling. So towards the later levels, we're gonna have a bunch of link skills. I'm gonna get a Mercedes to 210 at some point. That probably won't happen for a little while, because it doesn't really matter until like once you're in like the mid 200s. So I feel like up until we get all our links to 200, it doesn't really matter. But the sooner we get that done, the faster this will really go. I've been looking at some of the achievements we're gonna have to get, and it's kind of annoying because not all of the achievements are visible in the game from the start. You have to kind of unlock them as you unlock other ones. So I've been using the wiki, which is also incomplete. So I might not have all of them, but I just wanted to go over some of the more difficult ones. First would probably be reach 250 with a beginner. I feel like that one is gonna have to be some kind of just a leech, I guess. I don't know how leeching works anymore. I know they've changed it a couple times. I know last time you had to like be attacking, but you could attack the air and it would still be fine. I'm not sure if that's the case anymore. I'll have to do some testing with that. If it so happens to be that you have to actually kill the monster, I guess we'll have to go with the no police, and then actually like try to kill stuff with it. I mean, it's gonna take probably years to do that, but and I would definitely have a Kana to do that. And I choose Noblies because I believe that they have an AoE beginner skill, and the beginner and citizens do not. Another tough one, looking at them, is going to be reach level 275 with one of each class type. The class types being mage, warrior, thief, pirate, and archer. So the mage is obviously going to be this Icelandic mage. I'm not totally decided on the other classes. I think Pathfinder would be a good one. Thief, I'm not sure. I definitely don't want to play a Nightwalker again. Shadower might be the way to go. But I could do an assassin, or I don't know. My mind's not made up. I definitely don't want to do a Xenon though. For a warrior, I kind of would want to do like a paladin. I feel like that would be cool because that was like one of my other first classes ever playing. But leveling a paladin that far, I don't think so. I think I'd rather go with something with some better fifth job skills and faster leveling. Maybe Adele, the new class Adele, or a Hayato. I hear is pretty good mobbing. We'll have to test it out. I think I'm leaning towards Adele just because it's like a new class and it'd be kind of fun to level and get like I don't know in the top whatever. I like the leaderboards. I like tracking my status on the leaderboards. I was one of the first 5 or 4 Nightwalkers to get 250 in Reboot, which was cool. So I'd like to do that again with maybe another class. Instead of the Adele, it's like pretty new. Might be able to get 275 and top 10 or something in a few months or years, however long it takes. But I think those two are probably gonna be the hardest ones. I mean, I think eventually, are they gonna make you get to 275 with the beginner? I'm not sure. I don't think so. But with the new level cap, they might increase all of it. I'm not really sure. We'll also have to complete all of the quests for the classes. So there's a achievement for completing the Explorer Journal, the Blade Master quests like Cygnus Knight's Quest, Resistance Quest, Zero, Ran, Mercedes, Luminous, Evan Shade, Phantom, Mihail, Kinesis, Xenon, Kaiser, Angelic Buster, Demon, Kadena, Ilium, Arc, Pathfinder, Hyoung, and Adele. I believe those would all require you to get at least level 200, maybe? I think I'd like to get each class at 200 anyways, so that's not really a huge problem. But I would like to know the storylines behind all these characters. So I would like to go pretty in depth and maybe do maybe like a one video for each storyline. I think that would be cool to kind of explore the storyline because leveling is leveling and has kind of all the same. So having these different storylines is interesting to me, I think. And then there's also different skills we have to get. It looks like they're all Cygnus Knight skills. It's like acquire Mihail's Soul Driver, acquire Oz's Flame Gear. I would assume that those come just from leveling up as Cygnus Knight. And there's 5 levels, which makes me think you'd have to get a 5th job for all of them. So I mean, we're probably going to do that anyway, so it's not a big deal. But I don't remember those skills anywhere. I don't know if that's new or something. But so yeah, I'm working on a spreadsheet that shows all of the achievements we're going to get and like marking them as complete and stuff. It looks like we're going to have to do a lot of crafting as well, which I didn't get too much into before. I think I got a couple primal essences and made some Meister gear just for the sake of making it. I think it was best in slot at one point. It might still be, who knows. But yeah, I remember getting the Meister set. So I think we'll have to do that again. I think there's a achievement for getting a primal essence. We're also gonna have to do a bunch of extractions and fusions. I forget which one is which, but you have to like extract the rocks from the gear, and then you combine gear to make better gear. I guess that's kind of. I guess we'll have to see how that goes. But I think a lot of these are going to be fairly simple, and we're going to get them just kind of as we level up. But I definitely would like to do some other things, like like the monster journal, monster book stuff, which is also account based, not character based, I believe. So we can sort of go for those, but I think we'll sort of get those passively if we just kind of kill every monster. I think it would be cool to get Victoria Island completed with like everything first. I mean, it does include some high level stuff, but the sort of beginner area of Victoria Island, I think would be cool to complete first. So we're just kind of coming to an end on this theme dungeon that I did not pay attention to. It involves a lot of killing the same monsters over and over again, and then hitting these lotus flowers over and over again. I hesitate to recommend this theme dungeon really, because it's just kind of, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to the story, so I'm not really attached to it, and it felt like just kind of killing the same things over and over again. A little tedious and a little boring, really. But it was nice to, I guess, kind of see this area, having never been here before, and the music was really good too. I think the music was my favorite part of this. Just listening to the music the whole time. It was pretty relaxing and nice. I was hoping that this baby bird, not paying attention to the story at all, was gonna like transform into that huge songbird at the end, but it didn't. It just kind of stayed the same and found its mother, I guess. Now we're gonna head on over to, I believe, the Elul Academy, or is that what it's called? I don't even remember. With Fancy. Do some fancy stuff. Now this theme dungeon I'm very familiar with. I've done it probably like 50 times. It's pretty old and it's pretty good still. You get a little bracelet from it, which is nice. Because you don't really get a good glove for a while, if I remember correctly. I really like all of the all the things you get from these theme dungeons. It's pretty nice to have these unique items, I guess. I remember when I went to NLC. I know they reworked NLC recently, but old NLC, you would do these like quests for people, and you could get these really bizarre, unique equips from them, and you like transfer the appearance of it to like your own equips. It looks different. That was pretty cool. I think now you can just buy those equips from an NPC around there. I think I saw you can just like buy those crazy glasses, the swirly glasses and stuff. So that's, I don't know, it's kind of lame, but at least I still have my seal chair from Castle, the Crimsonwood Keep party quest that I believe is still not in the game. That was one of my favorite party quests, but I hear that now the guild party quest is useful again for getting guild contribution, which I don't know how it took them so long to like figure this out, but like, oh my god. I remember we used to do guild PQ just because it was fun. I don't even know if you get anything from it. You might get like a chair. But yeah, now that it's actually useful, I'm so glad. I remember going in there when I was like, I don't know, 10 years old, and someone needed a sacrifice, and they needed like my level 30 character to go in and just like die somewhere. And then I remember going through it in Reboot with the start of Imperium. Just the original few that were there would just kind of go in and do it. Just for fun, it was something to do. I'm not going to go over this theme dungeon really. I mean, I'm sure most of you have done it as much as I have. You go and find the kids doing a play in the park, and then there's an evil mole who kidnaps them, and you kill them all. That's about it. But it's a really good theme dungeon for experience and the equipment's, like I said. I would like to explore kind of creating like a level guide. I know there's kind of like this track that people will go on and just be like, yeah, you do flame golems till 30, then you go to the Elul Academy, and then you go to Gold Beach or Breen Strait, right? And you like after that you go to Drake's, and then you go to Sand Rats and Scorpions, and then you go to like Lidibrium Robos. And I feel like maybe there's not, maybe that's like the fastest you can do it or whatever. But man, it's so tedious after doing the theme dungeons, and it's like you just grind and grind and grind and grind. And I mean, like, I like grinding. It's Maplestory, right? Like, it's a grindy game. And I've been to got a level 250, not a 275. I quit before that came out, but um, I think that coming up with a different route is gonna be something I'm gonna like be looking into, just because like I want to explore the story behind Maplestory and not just the grind. So I really like how Victoria Island kind of plays, right? Because you start in Lith, and then there's not really any quests in Lith, which is kind of disappointing. I feel like there should be like a quest to like kill Mano, or I guess there was, on Maple Island. But I don't know. I guess there's not much in Lith. But I think they should add some stuff to Lith. It's a really cool place that no one really goes to anymore. But you go to Hennesis, and then you go through all like the mushroom quests and the golem quests, and then you go through to Ellinia, and you do all of these quests. There's like fancy quests, and then you go to Parion, and then you go go through the excavation site and the boars. And then you go to Kerning and do like the subway, then swamp. I think it's really cool how sort of each area has like two different things that you do, and then they sort of go in order. Like you level up along the way, and it's all very well done. I remember, back in the day, you'd sort of start on Victoria, and then you go to Orbis. I honestly cannot remember the last time I was in Orbis. There's pretty much no reason to go to Orbis anymore. With the whole taking out like the location of party quests, like I mean, I guess Orbis party quest was never really used that much. But I mean, there's nothing in Orbis. You would kill Eliza sometimes if you were feeling it, but the only reason you went to Orbis was to get to El Nath. Just go down the tower and get to El Nath. That's the only reason you'd ever go there, just because there's the boat there. And I guess it was kind of a hub city that people just kind of passed through, though. God, I forgot about El Nath. I bet there's some cool quests in El Nath. That's a huge area that I totally forgot about. That's gonna be fun to do. I wonder if we can still get some like violet snowshoes. Do those even still exist? I have no idea. I hope so. That'd be really cool to get. So that's, I mean, just kind of going through these areas that no one goes to anymore. I'm really looking forward to. So Orbis is, I think, God, Edelstein and Orbis kind of have the same level ranges, I believe. So we'll have to figure out where we want to go first. I feel like I want to go to Orbis first, just because it's kind of like the order that things used to go in. And then we can kind of quietly go to Edelstein before going down to El Nath. God, I'm trying to remember like how the world map looks, and if there's like a clear guide, sort of. I think after El Nath we can go to Lidibrium. I'm actually not sure on the levels, and then I know Lidibrium has like the lower, scarier part of Lidibrium. And then we can either go down to Omega Sector or Korean Folktown. I think Korean Folktown is first, because there's high levels in Omega Sector. Not to mention the desert, which needs to be fit in there somewhere. So we'll really have to see. I'm sure the Maple guide will kind of tell us where to go. It's been pretty useful, and in leveling, as well as party quests to do and regular quests to do. Sometimes you miss some quests. I think I do miss a couple quests, or just around that I eventually come back to. But so we finish up the Fairy Academy, save the kids, kill them all. Now I'm just kind of messing around, getting some rewards, and we're going to go through a couple of these quests just in the book. So this is something new. This, like, the monster collection or whatever. I still don't really understand it. I'll have to look more in depth about it, if it's something character based or account based, and what is it, like a addition onto the monster book or what? I don't know. We're gonna look to complete the monster book though, and I will look into the other thing later. But that will do it for episode 2. Get through everything in Ellinia, and then we're going to head on over to Kerning City. I believe is next. Maybe it's Perion next, but we'll have to see. Yeah, I think it's Kerning. So we'll get started in Kerning. I hope we get some cool equips. I know Icarus used to have a cape or something, but anyway, remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will catch you next time. See ya.